Twin Creeks, Indiana, Donata Banks has been living in a family neighborhood with her husband Corey for 6 years. When new neighbors, 26-year-old Luvia, her husband Miguel, and their 3 daughters move in across the street, they soon become friends.
We actually just got along very well. We would sit out there and talk. They would offer beer to us, and we would get drinks out there with them.
We thought, oh, what a nice couple moving in. But the first thing out of the husband's mouth was how well did we know their neighbors to the right of them. And we had to tell them we knew them pretty well, unfortunately.
According to Donata, the married couple who live near Luvia and her husband are problem neighbors.
They would accuse us of all kinds of things. She's shouting obscenities. Someone's working on my house. She's calling the police.
Soon after they move in, Luvia claims that the neighbors start making racist comments.
Go back to Mexico.
So Luvia starts recording.
I'm actually Mexican, so I have always been proud of it. My whole life, I lived here in Indianapolis. I never experienced racism against me. Purchasing the home was the worst decision of my life.
One evening, when Luvia is walking on what she thinks is her front yard, Luvia says the neighbor starts yelling at her.
Get off my property. Get your fat ass off my property.
I am on my property.
It turns out that the neighbors think that 2 feet of Luvia's yard belongs to them. And as Luvia and her family don't have a fence marking their boundary, it becomes a constant issue. One afternoon, the neighbor becomes angry that Luvia's husband is mowing the contested part of the yard.
Mexican's gonna be dead.
And she turns her attention to Luvia and Donata, who are sitting on Luvia's porch.
When she tells me I'm gonna wrap the water hose around your neck, I'm feeling terrified, I'm feeling scared.
You feel like nothing's safe anymore. So yeah, I was really scared.
The police are called several times, and they advise Luvia to put no trespassing signs on the strip of land she believes to be part of her yard.
My neighbor would remove the no trespassing signs and throw them on my driveway. We didn't have proof it was her, but it was obviously her.
A few months later, Donata is sitting outside her house across the street when she sees the other neighbor confronting Luvia and her husband. So, Donata starts recording.
Get that sign out of my yard, you piece of trash.
I just had a feeling that something was about to happen.
Suddenly, the neighbor marches toward Luvia and Miguel in a fury.
When she throws the sign at my husband, I can see the anger in her eyes, in my husband's eyes, and I don't know what's gonna happen next.
No, touch me, I'll kill you.
Calm down.
Let her.
Calm
let
down.
her. Let her. Let her.
Calm down.
Let her. Let her.
Calm down.
Let her.
Hey.
Let her. No, let her.
trash.
Let her.
It was very shocking. I never thought it was ever going to get, physical. It was actually terrifying.
Call the police.
Hey.
I've already called the police.
Okay, let the police come out here.
This was supposed to be the best time of my life, being first-time homeowners, and it was just so horrible.
The neighbors, Donata and Corey, are watching from across the street, and when the angry neighbor notices, she turns on them too.
Go back in your house.
Do it.
And they are scared.
I am worried for my neighbor's safety, everyone's safety. We're in the fear on a daily of walking out to our house, to our car.
When the police arrive, the neighbor is arrested and charged with trespassing, battery, and assault. The charges are later dismissed. However, when the video goes viral, 20 other neighbors come forward and complain to the HOA that the neighbor also harassed them. After an investigation, the HOA asked the problem neighbors to sell. But it's Donata and the Fair Housing Center of Indiana who take the neighbor to court for racial discrimination.
It makes me very sad to think about how she made us feel. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
The neighbor loses the case and is ordered to pay total damages of $225,000 for harassment and taunting people based on their race and national origin.
I never let her see me cry. I let her pay for what she did, and she's going to pay.
When the new neighbors move in, they have no issue with the boundary line.
It felt like I could live in peace. My kid could go outside and play. So it just felt great. I mean, it just felt like a beautiful, normal home.
Now, all the neighbors enjoy cookouts and socializing with one another.
It's nice to have Donata and her husband as neighbors because they're always there for us. This incident brings the whole neighborhood together. So everybody's happy now.
Please leave.
It's a rainy day in this rural Jacksonville, Florida neighborhood when an argument between two neighbors comes to a head. The older mother and her son recording are feuding with the woman in the tie-dye over the rights to use a road in front of their houses. The neighbors have been feuding over access to the street over the past year.
No, it's not a private road. It's private property used by... It's an access by necessity. You don't know the law.
That is private property. This is a road.
This is private property. This is private property.
The woman in the tie-dye top thinks she has a right to park on the street, as she says it's public property. But the son and his mother say it's theirs per access by necessity, which means the road can't be blocked, as it's the only way to reach their home.
This is my driveway. Oh, yes. Because I have a title search. This is private property.
Those poles, woman.
No, it's not. The whole thing. You're totally wrong. That's for you.
Please
and your
step
neighbor.
back.
I have a paparazzi rights to stand here. My First Amendment rights.
I do not care what your deal is. Please leave.
The dispute over the road turns personal when the neighbor hurls insults at the mother.
Ignorant, stupid.
She's trash.
I didn't tell you when a crime means that they got too late.
And the woman in the tie-dye grows even angrier as she approaches the mother's son.
Do not walk towards me any closer. Stop.
Your grandma's son.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
This ain't your
If you hurt me any further,
Call me a
do
one
not.
more time. I swear to God, your ass is laid on the ground.
Do not.
The son claims the woman knocks the phone out of his hand.
Someone out here watching.
Seeing that things are becoming more aggressive, the husband of the woman in the tie-dye gets involved.
I got a lot of money. I'm gonna call a settlement easer and have them come out here east the property lines and find out where your property lines are, and I'm gonna have them posted out here.
Dumbass.
With the argument heating up again, the husband turns towards the son.
Bro, you put that phone in my face, dog, I will jack you. I will go to jail for that. I don't give a. I'm the wrong dude. I don't give a.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Bro, what's up, man?
Come near me. Don't you dare come near me. Don't you
You
dare.
got your mama like a little bitch.
Don't you.
Nuts.
Yeah, I protect my family. Stay away from me.
Bro, grab a stick, do it.
If you come at me again, do not come near me. Yes, you did. I got you on video. Get away from me.
With the shouting match all shouted out, both neighbors retire to their houses. According to the man recording, the police arrive, but no arrests are made. And while these neighbors still argue over the usage of the road, they hope for a much smoother path in the future.
I don't give a. I'm the wrong dude.
In the quiet suburban neighborhood of Lake Worth, Florida, 19-year-old Caden Hillary is crazy about fishing. One day, Caden and two of his friends are casting their lines in a local pond, which is part of a homeowners association. They don't live here, but they have fished in this spot many times before with no issues.
All right, let me cast it.
But just as they start reeling in the catch,
Oh my God, there's like 10 of them.
Caden sees a neighbor approaching whose house backs onto the pond.
The lake isn't your property. The lake's not your property.
Suddenly, with no warning, the neighbor lashes out.
Yes, it is.
Caden finds himself in the 6-foot lake, fully clothed, and luckily, his friend helps him out. Stunned by what just happened, Caden and his buddies confront the neighbor, who is with his wife and kids.
What's your problem, bro?
What happened?
You guys cannot fish here. You cannot fish here. There's no sign there. Leave. Why'd you come out here and touch him? Leave him. Why'd you touch anybody? He's slipping and fall.
I slip and fell?
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. It's on camera.
It's literally on camera.
Next, the neighbor calls the police, even though he is the one who pushed Caden into the water.
Yeah, I'm sure that guy called you. Dude, he pushed me in the lake.
I'm sorry, what?
I swear to God, he pushed me in the lake.
You have that on camera?
I got it on camera.
Show me that.
All right.
At this point, Caden stops filming, but to avoid being charged with assault, the neighbor is ordered to attend anger management classes and write a letter of apology. Caden insists he is still waiting for the letter, but he hasn't seen the neighbor again because he and his friends now fish elsewhere. There are plenty of other fishing ponds in this neighborhood. Thanks to modern technology, it's easier than ever to get what you need sent right to your front door. Whether it's a large order of late-night impulse buys, some snacks meant for the dog, or a piping hot pizza with a side order of the Batusi dance. But today in Indiana, a man who ordered $120 worth of tacos believes that he's tracked down his delivery man. He's following the driver's last known location through their delivery app after his taco order never shows up. He convinces himself that the man in the hat is the delivery man, and the man in the yellow shirt is the delivery man's neighbor.
Listen, bro, he had an accident. I'm eating right now. I can show you I'm eating.
So where's the food at?
I don't know. He had an accident. Like, he talked to
So you telling me you ain't got the food here?
No.
The man in the yellow shirt claims the delivery man lost the tacos after getting in some kind of automotive accident, but he never contacted anybody to cancel the order. However, the man behind the camera thinks these two have helped themselves to his tacos. The man recording claims he can smell his order behind the door and is none too thrilled about it.
So the food just disappeared in the accident.
I guess he took it back. I don't know. I don't know any of this stuff.
When suddenly, the suspected delivery driver burst out the door
Stop!
with a knife. The taco fan didn't come for his food unarmed and quickly produces a 9mm handgun.
What's up?
Just leave, bro.
The dumbfounded duo are outgunned and quickly retreat into their home. Unfortunately, the man never recovers his tacos, and after getting a refund from the delivery app, orders lunch from a different neighborhood restaurant. But he believes he teaches them an important lesson that day. If you're working for a traceable delivery app and the food allegedly doesn't show up, don't be surprised if a hungry neighbor comes looking for their lunch.
What's up?
Just leave, bro.
Kennewick, Washington. It's the last day of school before the summer break, and 15-year-old swim team champion Alonzo Smith is walking his usual route home. Suddenly, a neighbor comes out of his house and starts yelling at him.
Our grass. I don't mean to. It's just the lawn's like closed.
If you do not stay off of our property, I'm gonna come out here and kick your ass.
Alonzo is bearing the brunt of this neighbor's anger as construction has closed the sidewalk, forcing pedestrians to either dodge cars in the street or walk on this man's lawn.
Stay off of our property. Stay on the street.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna go call the cops, and they're gonna come out here and stand and watch, okay?
Okay.
You come out. Get the out of here. Get the out of here before I kick your ass.
This is not the first time that Alonzo has walked across the lawn, and the neighbor is at his limits.
Get the out of here now! How many times have I told you not to walk on my property?
Like 4 times.
Why do you do it?
Because the sidewalk's
Because you're stupid. Step on my property again and I'll beat the out of you.
Stunned by the physical threats, Alonzo lets out a nervous giggle.
You think it's funny?
No, I don't.
Obviously, you do.
I don't think it's funny. I think you're kind of overreacting.
No! I don't come walk on your property. Don't walk on my property.
To be continued.
When Alonzo's mom sees the video, she shows it to the police, but no charges are pressed as Alonzo is technically trespassing on the neighbor's property. Shortly afterwards, the angry neighbor moves to Texas. The construction in the street is finished, so next year, Alonzo doesn't have to learn the law of the lawn.
Get the out of here now!
After living in the same Jersey neighborhood for 3 decades, 63-year-old psychologist Lorraine Valenti dreams of a new life in the country.
My goal had always been, when my daughter went off to college, that I was always going to sell the house. I always wanted to live on a farm.
So, Lorraine buys a 64-acre homestead in rural Kentucky after the 96-year-old owner passes away. She lives there alone with her roosters and cats.
I wanted the peace and quiet and solitude of living in a rural area. It's no longer a dream. It's turned into a bit of a nightmare.
The problems start with the neighbors who own the 100-acre property next to Lorraine's.
My neighbors, male and female, blondes, they're married. They've got children and grandchildren. I think they're both in their late 50s.
The neighbors claim to have an agreement with the previous owner that a 1.6-acre parcel of land near Lorraine's house belongs to them.
So my introduction to my neighbor was him showing me where he told me my property began. And that was false.
A few months later, Lorraine finds her neighbor's wife on the disputed piece of land.
Right now, you are trespassing my property.
So a judge tells me that I am not on my property, that I have used for 40 years I'm on. And I advise you to not come any closer.
Despite the warning, Lorraine decides to confront her neighbor face to face.
Even though, I'm a nice, sweet woman, I'm Italian, and we're fiery.
Not only is the neighbor on what Lorraine claims is her property, she is putting up her own no trespassing signs.
When a legal representative
that sign's
tells
coming
me
down, and I spoke with the sheriff, by the way, and he said anything you place on my property now is mine.
Do you know that in 60 years of my family living here, we've never had anything, any kind of
really
issue?
Care.
No, you don't.
I'm new here.
That's the problem.
This is my property.
No, you don't tell me what I know.
Right now, you are trespassing
Let me tell
my
you
property.
to get off my property.
As the neighbors refuse to back down, the situation escalates.
I understand.
The adrenaline is flowing, and I'm angry. I'm pissed off.
Don't tell me what I know.
I don't back down to bullies.
You're gonna get out of my face.
Right, listen, until a judge tells me that one is mine.
Get the out of my face.
See, this is my property. You are a liar. Your husband is a liar. You thought when he was dead that you could get away with the deception. And any agreement that you had with him died with him.
The confrontation ends when the neighbor leaves. But 2 days later, Lorraine finds her neighbor's husband by the gate that marks the entrance to the contested land. He is wearing a ski mask and carrying what appears to be a gun.
This is my neighbor. He just took his equipment and knocked down my brand new gate.
I believe that they feel entitled to my property. They were going to show me that they were the boss and they were going to get rid of my gate.
Despite reporting the incident to the police, no charges are filed. And from that day on, Lorraine alleges her neighbors wage a war of intimidation against her.
Guess who's photographing my property again? Now she sees that I'm photographing her. There she goes.
She claims they drive past her home, honking their horn and hurling insults.
I do not feel safe here.
And shockingly, Lorraine finds what appear to be bullet holes on her no trespassing signs. And she suspects her neighbors are the culprits.
I was angry. I was frustrated. What am I going to do?
For 3 years, this conflict continues, and Lorraine is so upset by her neighbor's behavior, she takes them to court for trespassing, stalking, and harassment. But to her dismay, the judge dismisses the case for lack of evidence.
He did not address the trespassing. He did not address the harassment. No, I was not granted a restraining order.
However, when Lorraine commissions a survey, she claims this proves the contentious land is part of her property after all. So now she has a plan.
That 1.67 acres across the street, I have listed for sale.
While her relationship with her neighbors is still poor, Lorraine is not giving up on her country dream.
I believe that my neighbors would like to believe that they're going to get the better of me. Are they trying to scare me into just picking up and leaving? Well, I'll tell you that will never happen.
There she goes.
It's early evening in Atlanta, Georgia, and a delivery man named Cece is making his last stop of the day. He's eager to get home to relax when he's approached by a woman whose mail he just delivered, and he immediately starts recording.
I am not happy. I'm tempted to check your pockets. In fact, I'm calling the police.
You can call who you like to call, ma'am, but I gotta go.
No, you're not going anywhere.
The woman claims that when she got her package, it was already open, and it doesn't take long for what appears to be one of her family members to intervene.
You know this lady?
She just signed that package. Just told you when she got it already.
Okay, well, I didn't take the tag.
Going anywhere. You stole my
Don't hit me, ma'am. Don't you hit me.
You stole my mala.
Malas are necklaces, like the one she is wearing, often used in meditation. It's said they can help the wearer find a calm mind and a sense of peace.
You stole my jewelry out of this package.
Girl,
I am not happy. Empty your pockets.
I'm not emptying nothing. Not a thing.
Empty your pockets.
I'm not emptying anything, ma'am.
Come on. You're being recorded. Come on.
You sure are.
The woman's apparent family member steps in to defuse the situation, and Cece heads for the exit. But the woman isn't done with Cece yet.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Why would I give you an empty package if I steal it?
Cece is finally able to head home, but that's not the last he hears from the enraged neighbor. According to him, she shows up at his job the following day and demands that the person who stole her mala be fired. But Cece's employer reiterates that it was simply a case of the package being damaged. Cece's route has since been changed to another location in the neighborhood, and he no longer makes deliveries to the building. But he hopes she finds a replacement mala to bring her some peace.
Empty your pockets.
I'm not emptying anything, ma'am.